Hi everybody, welcome back to In The Huddle. I'm Jillian Kushner. I'm sorry I didn't have videos last week. I went back to Colorado for another knee procedure and wasn't able to pre-film, but here I am today for the big games this weekend. So before you go, please subscribe below and like the link in the description box, and let's talk about the big games this weekend. So it's March. Today is March 1st, and that means it's March Madness. And if you don't know what March Madness is, that'll be next week's video. We can talk about that. But March Madness is the college basketball tournament, and Sunday is Selection Sunday. It's when they choose who's in the brackets and all that fun stuff. So we'll find out who this #1 seed is, all that, and we'll have the bracket laid out, and then you can fill it out and probably mess it up because that's just what March Madness is. But this means that basically the basketball season is ending and we're in the postseason, kind of. And before y'all even ask, no, Texas is not making the tournament. No. Texas isn't even close. Alright, let's talk about the big games, because I'm about to cry if I talk about Texas basketball being so bad. So on Friday we have a big Big 12 matchup. It's number 24 Iowa State at 20-9 versus number 10 West Virginia at 23-7. Both of these teams are ranked. Both of these teams will make the tournament, but it's kind of just, like I said, Selection Sunday is this Sunday, so people are trying to get that better seed. The highest seeds play like the lowest seeds in the first round. It's supposed to be an easy first round for them. So if you're like a 1 or 2 seed, you'll probably play like a really low seed. So that's what people really want. You want to be a high seed because that obviously means you're really good. The highest seeds usually make it to the Final Four, usually win, just how it goes. So this is a big game for that matter. They're both going to be in the tournament. That's not a question, but it's about seeding. So I'd expect West Virginia to win this. They've been really good this season, surprisingly really good. Big 12 has had some issues in the tournament lately. Just like the past few years, Big 12 teams come in really hot, top ranked, all of that, and then they lose in the first and second rounds. A ton of Big 12 teams lost in the first round. Something like 3 or 4 of them were upset in the first round. So I don't know, Big 12 doesn't have good history in the tournament, so this might not even matter who wins this game, honestly. And on Saturday, some of the big games we have number 19 Notre Dame at 23-7 versus number 8 Louisville at 23-7. Again, both these teams will be making the tournament. They're ranked, they're going to make the tournament, no question. Like I said, it's all about seeding. Louisville's coming in really hot. It's crazy to see a team be so good in football and basketball in the same season, so that's pretty awesome for them. Good for you, Louisville Athletics, well done. But this should be a good game as well. Top-ranked teams. Like I said, when it comes to like close to Selection Sunday, people really turn it up. Like it's March now. People feel it. It's real. It's March Madness. It's time to go in. And I expect this to be a good game as well. Really, top 25 matchups, especially in this like final week, are going to be good because they're all trying to be top seeds for the tournament and hopefully go into the tournament hot. Coming into the tournament off of a loss is really hard. So anyone who's coming in off of a loss, like they're coming in down in the dumps and stuff like that. So people really want to win these games more than ever. And I think this is the biggest game this weekend. It is number 17 Duke at 23-7 versus number 5 North Carolina at 25-6. Duke UNC is one of the most amazing rivalries in sports. The basketball. In football, it's like meh. But in basketball, that is a rivalry. It is a game you always have to watch. Especially this is Saturday. This is before Selection Sunday. This is huge. They're both going to be in the tournament. That's not a question. But these are two of the best basketball programs in college basketball history. Legends come out of these schools. Michael Jordan went to UNC. So if that doesn't tell you, then I don't know what will. This game is always crazy. These teams hate each other, and I love rivalry games. I've said that before. Rivalry games are so fun to me. And this is the biggest one, especially in college basketball. There's no bigger rivalry than Duke UNC. I expect this one to be brutal, especially Saturday before Selection Sunday. It's going to be a good one. I'm excited. I think it's at UNC. I've mentioned before Grayson Allen on Duke. He's been a little bit of a controversial figure this season. He's gotten into a lot of trouble with tripping players, hitting players, stuff like that. He's kind of like a mess. So if you're going to watch one game this weekend, watch Duke UNC. That game is fun. I personally always root for UNC. I think people have a preference, even if we have no affiliations with the school. I just don't like Duke. I like UNC, so that's who I'll be going for. UNC's been great this year. I don't know what year that they weren't great. I expect them to get far in the tournament, but it's March Madness. Anything can happen. Anyone can lose, and so like they could just lose as well. But I think if they come into the tournament beating Duke, they're going to be hot. And same thing for Duke. If they came in beating UNC, both of these teams really want this win because that just kind of puts them off to the right start in the March Madness tournament because, yeah, no one wants to start the tournament off of a loss. Like, you just kind of feel like crap. So I think it's going to be a great game. I think all these games are going to be really fun. And then we'll have the Selection Sunday. We can talk about who's top ranked and all that stuff next week after Selection Sunday happens, or in 2 weeks, or whatever it is. You know, follow your team, see if they make it. Mine's not, so that's dandy. I'll start talking more about NBA games kind of when March Madness starts up and kind of dwindles down, because right now March Madness kind of takes over the basketball world. NBA is kind of like thrown on the back burner. NBA playoffs start in like a month, so that's really when the NBA's time to shine. But there's still big NBA games. Check out your NBA teams. Don't ignore the NBA. I love the NBA, but definitely watch the basketball games in college this weekend because they're gonna be good. I promise. Especially Duke UNC. Watch Duke UNC. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next week. We'll talk more about basketball, because we still have to cover basketball basics. We do. And March Madness. We have a lot to talk about. Alright guys, I'll see you then.